For this video, we're going to be looking at something pretty unique, a really bizarre test cartridge for the N64 called Dolphin Controller Test. Dolphin, of course, being the early codename of the GameCube. This cartridge was found by a user of the Nesworld forums in 2013 who dumped the ROM and made it publicly available, along with several others they found. As far as I can tell though, this one short thread is both the first and last time it would ever be discussed. Probably because the hardware you need to use it doesn't exist anymore, so there's that problem. See, I'm not sure if they realized it at the time, but this test cartridge is actually pretty amazing, because it might be the oldest GameCube development software ever to surface. This would have been from well before the public was even made aware of the GameCube. As you could probably tell from the title, this cart looks like it was probably used to test very early prototype GameCube controllers. Various GameCube prototype controllers have been discovered over the years, but none that can connect to the N64 as far as I'm aware. In fact, the controller they were using is so old that it probably predates even the very first GameCube console prototypes. Basically, because the GameCube didn't exist yet, it looks like they were using the N64 to help develop the GameCube. So anyway, let's take a closer look at the cartridge first. In Japanese, the text on the middle label of the cartridge reads simply as Flash Cart, meaning that the data on the cart could easily be overwritten for testing purposes. I'm not 100% on this, but I'm gonna take a guess that the bottom number might have been used to identify it as the 6th flash cart in a series of others the developers were using at the time. This text at the top might have been used to mark it as one of the GameCube test carts, in reference to it being a 128-bit system. Anyway, as you can imagine, I really wanted to try out this test cart. Except obviously we can't connect a normal GameCube controller to the N64, so there's no way of seeing what it even does. So long story short, I dug through the code for a few hours, and eventually managed to make it so we could use a regular old N64 controller. Basically, it seems to be a simple memory viewer to see the information the GameCube controller is sending to the N64. This first label reads as bytes sent, and lets us use these numbers below to select what information we'll receive from the controller. You just highlight the number you want to change and press A or B to increase or decrease. Since it's in hexadecimal, the numbers also go through 0 to 9, and then from A to F. The next label has two options. The first tells the software to read from the controller once, and the second option says to read it continuously. We'll be using the second option so I can give you a better idea of what this software actually does. Once we've finished setting all of these options up, we can press start and the data will appear at the bottom of the screen. The label on the left reads as received data, and the yellow text says receiving. This yellow text only appears in continuous mode, since it's constantly refreshing this information instead of only reading it once. It will only stop reading once we press B to go back. Okay, so now if I move the analog stick around on my controller, you can see how this is affecting the numbers we're being shown. These two hexadecimal numbers reflect the X and Y axes of the analog stick. Below this, we can also see the binary versions of each of these positions. Anyway, I played around with the test cart for a while and I couldn't find any other secret hidden functions or anything like that, so I'm pretty satisfied with these findings for now. And if anyone has any more information that might relate to this, I'd love to hear about it. This was really fascinating to me, getting to take a peek at what the earliest of early development on the GameCube might have looked like. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing it too, and if you liked the video, I might consider sort of dismantling some other tech demos and the like in other videos. So thanks for watching as always, don't forget to smash that dislike button, and unsubscribe. And I will see you next time, bye bye.